Oh crap, I just turned off the wrong one. Let me start the music again. There we go. Alright, I am set up. So I'm still finishing off some of the stairs. Although I've gotten a lot of them done. At least through most of the Western District. And then I'm going to finish off Spellbinder's Spire in Sage Side. And there's a couple wall ones. Excuse me. That will need to be adjusted as well. So I'll do those, and then we will go to the docks and start taking care of the ones that Simon's done over there. And then Simon's going to move those into... Shoot, hold on a second. I thought I had that already done. Okay, now we're good. So Simon is going to take the ones that I do it and move them into the dock scene after I'm done. So I don't know if we'll get to start the docks ones tonight. If not, hopefully tomorrow I'll have most of those done. Let's detach these. Oop, hold on one second, guys. I'm gonna be right back. My son just called. He's in the other room, so I'm assuming there's something he needs help with. So I will be right back. Just give me a minute. All right, I'm back for a little bit. I'm probably not going to be able to stream all tonight now. My youngest just threw up, so I just got him into the bathtub. So I'm going to at least get a little bit done tonight, and then we'll see how he's feeling when he gets out of his shower. Alright, so I've got that separated. And we will duplicate that. I know what I'm going to do. So I'm going to delete this. There's that one. Those. Oops. Actually, we want to do this. Four. Seriously? Bridge. Oh, it highlighted another one. That would be why it's not doing it. Oh, come on. So 1, 2, bridge. There we go. Okay, so let's remove that. Ooh. Alright. That looks kind of like what we want. Now we just need to figure out how we want to handle this spot. I think what I'm just going to attempt to do... Come on. Stop. I'll do an extrusion here. Collapse this back down onto each other. Say here. Oops. Hold on. Did I mess that up? Shoot. Hold on. I deleted the wrong lower section of the steps. So hopefully everybody saw we put out this month's newsletter. I don't know, like 2 hours ago now? That wasn't that long ago. So if you haven't already, check your emails. You should have a monthly update. We talk a little bit about the upcoming stress test in there, which is exciting. And why is this not? What's going on here? There we go. So yeah, we talk a little bit about the stress test. Times are still being figured out. But for anybody who's not aware, we are planning on doing the stress test on, oh, excuse me, the 28th and the 29th of this month. So that should be fun. Let's see. I know I've got an influx of people since we put that out in Discord. Oh, we're up to almost up to 750. We're at 749 people that are saying they are definitely interested in attending. So that's a lot of people for a stress test. So that will give us some good data, hopefully. Alright, so I want this one to render. Don't want that one to render. Or that one to have collision. I want this one to only have one material and not render. So stairs. Let me call this. Okay, so that should be good. And now, should just be able to duplicate this. And mirror it in Z. And of course, Pro Builder's gonna be Pro Builder, and delete that one. Do that again, because Pro Builder hates me sometimes. Alright, let's unlink these. Do them all individually. Yeah. Z. I'm sure if I freeze the transforms, it would work, but there we go. Alright, so stairs to base, collision to stairs. And we'll move this over. Hold on. Oops, if we grab the whole thing. Move this. Actually, I can just delete that one. Ishmanite, how's it going? Just make sure I don't have any weird gaps. Cool. Now one last thing we just got to do is fix these edges. Maybe? Hold on. Yeah, we have to fix those edges. Those. Probably should have done this on the first one before I duplicated but whatever. Hold on. World position. World position. God damn it, I hate when it does this. 8. 8. Alright, I meant to fix this manually off screen. Apologies. I wish I had more screen real estate sometimes, so I didn't have to do this. So we got this one. And we need it to line up with there we go. Okay, so one done. Hey, Antrip, how's it going? And we need to do the same thing over here. Apparently I forgot to do this for both of these. Get it to select the edge there. Yeah, there we go. Sure. Just making sure it lines up with where the collision ends. This 3 could its own. Gonna line up nicely for me? Of course not. Oh, I thought it's really close. This time. I wish I could just use this normal snapping method, or that the world position would work, but not for what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, cool. So those should be done. Hey, Lawful. Whoop. Button. For everybody who's joining, I apologize. This stream is not going to last the normal length. Literally like 2 minutes after I started the stream, my son got sick, so I have him in the bath currently. So when he gets out, depending on how he's doing, I may end up calling the stream a little early. He thinks it might be a migraine. He's been having a headache all day, and once in a while, when he gets them, he will get sick to his stomach as well. So hopefully he'll be fine, but my suspicion is that's what it is. Oops. This one. Grab the edges. Bridge, highlight. And flip. Just gonna snap those two edges. Just I saw there was a little flicker of a seam there. Okay, so this one. Oops. This one we don't want to see the collider. And this one, we don't want to see the renderer. That sucks, migraines suck. Yeah. Luckily, I've never really had to deal with them, but I know he gets them from time to time, and it's something he, I believe, inherited from his mother, because she used to get them all the time, too. So, hopefully, it passes fairly quickly for him. The ones I think are all... I think this other one is this size too, so let's just duplicate this. Hey Chaz, how's it going? Good. I forgot to do the snap over here, so yeah, you can see there's a little flicker. Because for some reason, ProBuilder, like the snapping, in theory, they should be exactly on the same spot, but they never are. I'm assuming it's probably some like minor float error in the math, but again, if you use the little snap to grid arrow, it gets everything nice and aligned if you ever run into that issue. Pro tip. just realized that these are scaled way too large right now, so... Oops. We'll scale those. Yep, this one is too. Hey Melody, how you doing? Okay, so this one is already under that, so that's awesome. Makes my life easier. One, two, three, four. That. That. Let's see. Good catching the live stream instead of background watching YouTube videos for a change. No, I hear you. I'll end up having to catch some of the other guys' streams occasionally. That way. Although, it's a nice way to have... It's always nice to have something kind of on in the background, too. Hold on, why is this being weird? Because I was on the wrong layer. Actually, let's just do it this way. I just need to deselect that one and delete. That one. Oh, nice. I already have that edge there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I deleted that on the wrong one. Yep. That's... Try to get a camera angle that lets us deselect that. Looks like that one needs to flip the normal on. Normal. And then the main step, we just need to those. That one looks like it's going to play nice. We just got to snap our edges to get rid of the little seam. Maybe not. Okay, seam gone. And now grab this one, give it a grid pattern. Turn off its rendering. Collision. And turn off if that one's collision. Cool. Let's see. So on a scale of 9 to 13, how likely is the stress test to melt the servers, do you think? That is not my department. That's more of an elite question. My guess, we'll probably see some more server instability than we're used to, would be my guess. Especially if all, let's see, I checked it earlier. Okay, we're now above 751. So we have 751 checks plus another 104 I don't knows. So let's say all 855 people show up. That would be 10 times the number of active players that we've had on the server at once. Because I think the high water mark was like 85. So yeah, it'd be exactly 10 times. So my guess is we'll find some more stuff, which is what the point of that a stress test is to kind of find where those hang-ups and stuff are going to be. So we did have a pretty good stress test before. There was definitely lag and stuff at times when we did certain things, but we did not have any server crashes, so that was good. We definitely had there was definitely a micro stutter, so we'll see if that was taken care of. But it'll be interesting to see how everything holds up on like that type of a server load, and all in, you know. Well, I mean, the major stuff for low-level characters are all inside this zone. Yeah, there's some stuff in Shaded Dunes, and then obviously Worm's Bane as well. But considering it's 2 4-hour windows, you know, I'm imagining people aren't going to be able to get super high in terms of levels in an 8-hour window. So a lot of people will be probably in those 3 zones, or you know, we'll be doing the low-level explorer thing and running around in zones that have a higher level, and may not necessarily be, you know, the more finely tuned areas of our game. So they may have a fun time attempting to get to places. That one doesn't have a renderer. That one doesn't have a collider. Cool. I think that is all of the major stairs. This one, not yet. I'm gonna run across and see if I really want to do that one. I think for now, eventually I want to modify this a little bit, but it's not a priority by any means at this moment. And I don't think I think everything down here was all ramps, if I remember correctly. This is eventually going to hook up to the Undercity stuff. Once that eventually gets started on. Cool. Oh, I haven't done this one. Actually, this one I can throw a texture on. Why is this? Hold on. a second. See, it's so much nicer when the world coordinate thing actually works in these textures, because then you don't have to worry about it as much. Still need to do the temples, but I'm going to do those differently in a later pass. Oh, I still need to do these. Alright, guys. I am going to pause real quick and check on my son, and I'll be back. I probably will at least be able to finish this area, but let me go see how he's doing, and I'll be back in, like, I don't know, 5 minutes or so. Oh, did the music stop? Hold on a second. I'm back. Oh, music's transitioning. There we go. He's doing all right. He's still got a little bit of a headache, but he says he's feeling better. So I've got a little bit. We'll keep going. I told him to knock on the door if he needs anything. He said that I should keep streaming. So we'll see. We'll just kind of play it by ear. So it may, again, I feel like it'll be a slightly shorter stream than normal, but. Let's see, chat. Grab the mouse, put the mouse ears on every building before he gets back. Guy's trying to pull a fast one on me. I see how it is. The youth today, the stream must go on. Yeah, he's just sitting there, on the couch, talking with his friends on Discord. Collision. We'll duplicate this one because this is exactly the same. Why do this twice? Except I will have to move this again. And probably a good idea to snap these again. So I'm sure there's going to be a little seam there when we move that. And then, because this was set to world position, but to that world position, I gotta redo that. I think actually this might be the same as this one. Let's double check inside the suite. And it is. Choosing world position, and we'll just double that one. Boom. And technically the step's moving a little bit, but I'm gonna rebake the nav mesh anyways. Technically the navigation will be the same. It will just visually look like this. It's one step further. This one is different. So that's I forgot these are in two different halves still. So let's do this. Let's actually bring these back together. And I'm just going to collapse all these vertices. And then we will use this edge, which at one point had a purpose, but I don't remember what that was. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's group all that into one. Saw it doing a weird texture pop when I was moving it there. Move that one. Need to eventually play around with this road anyways, but let's do this for now. Again, a lot of this stuff, for anybody who's new, is super placeholdery in terms of like ground texturing, just to kind of give routes and stuff for players to kind of follow along. That doesn't seem like much, but you'd be surprised before those were thrown down how many people were getting like lost to some degree. So now we got this. Oops, I should have actually deleted that one. No, actually, yeah, I should have. Hold on. And delete that. And we're just gonna select texture group. Okay, so now this one, put in it, give it a parent. The only reason I'm doing that is so when I duplicate it, it doesn't go to the bottom like it was on the last stream. Because I wasn't like thinking on how to stop it being annoying or stop it from doing that, and when I was working over the weekend, I was like, why didn't I just do that before? It's always how it goes. You just sit there and you just, like, bash your head against something on stream. And then you sit there, not on stream, you're like, oh, yeah, this would have been the smart thing to do on stream. Let's get that. Actually, let's make this look a little bit more done too, because I don't plan on changing this. So we will select by material. We'll throw the brick material on there. Now back to this. Empty parent, duplicate. So if I grab the edge that I'm trying to actually grab. Delete those, and then flip those normals. How do I want to do this? Let's delete that. We'll bridge that. Okay, so this is going to be our, whoops. This one is our collision. Come on. I could actually select things. This one will be our collision. So there's an extra edge there, but whatever. Or maybe it won't. Come on, bridge. Thank you. Alright, so now lines up. Collision. We don't want to see. That we want the brick. And I'm just gonna click down these. Right now, again, throwing these placeholder materials on here, just to kind of have some visual separation and stuff like that. Very possible that these will be different textures. And once they're real textures, like, even if it has, because right now there's like weird seams and stuff like that, those will be cleaned up more once we are like, yeah, that's the texture that'll be on there. So I don't want to waste a bunch of time lining it up right now, and then we decide to go with a different type of texture that, and then needs to be lined up all over again. And why are we... being weird? Guarantee you the correct answer is because it's Pro Builder, but... there we go. And then this should have, yeah. Okay, so we have this one and its collision. And we can just duplicate it. Need to delete that face. And move this into place. Sure, I'm grabbing the right one to delete. Whoa there. Yes, Pro Builder, I randomly wanted you to rotate it 90 degrees when I turn on world position. How did you know? Oh, hold on, it offsetted. There we go, much better. Okay, let's do these ones. Oh shoot, that would give me an issue. Okay. We'll do it this way then. If it would select the... Oh my god, select the edge I want. This in an object. Duplicate it. Grab the points. Bridge. Select the whole thing. Delete. And foot. So if anybody has joined in, because I don't think I've actually mentioned what I'm doing really in a while. I am replacing the colliders for our stairs with a ramp. Hold on. Yeah, okay, I did that correctly. I always second guess myself because I frequently do the wrong ones. Alright, so that's the stair. That's the collider. And what this is going to do is just kind of smooth out the character controller as you're walking up and down the stairs, so you don't get a little kind of jerky head bob effect, which is a little less than desirable. Do I have stairs on these ones? Or is it a ramp? No, it is a ramp. The city's so large, I'm like... hold on. Collider. Did I just name it Collider twice? No, I duplicated the Collider. I wanted to duplicate this. There. Okay. The city's so large, and I haven't been in some of the areas for a bit. I'm like... I was moving around stuff the other day, and I was like, oh, I forgot there's stairs over here. And over here. And over here. It's like... Just shows how big the city is. Let's group that. World space it. Why are you rotating? I did not say to rotate. Better. We'll fix a little snapping issue. Or not. There we go. Maybe not. Okay, that's better. Okay, so we got that one done, that one done. We just got these ones, that one. That one over here. No. Oh, nice. This time I got the other entrance through here. Oop, hold on a second. We have a weird scene. Just make sure I'm not sticking this through anything important. Cool. There's a tiny little gap between the wall and that house, so there was a little like weird sliver of light that would show up when the sun was in a certain position. Oops. Snapped correctly. Well, that's annoying. Alright, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Otherwise, I'm going to like adjust everything else. The reason I'm doing this also is, again, for the collision, I want it to be like a ramp, so it's better when you're doing ramp-like collisions to run it through the bottom portion of the step, because the character, yeah, the foot might attach or go clip through just a pinch, but it doesn't, it's less noticeable than like if the player is floating in the air, like obviously floating. So that is the reason that I'm doing it this way. Whoops. So I'll optimize it a little bit as well. Okay. Let's create empty. Duplicate. And if anybody again who's not familiar with the way game engines work, the normal is essentially like which direction the polygon is facing. So right now I'm looking through the backside, which makes it look invisible. So one, it's a visibility thing, but it also is a collision based thing. Like if you walk through a back face like this that's invisible, you could fall through it, you can walk through it. If you hit it on the other side, though, it would have solid collision. So that's why I'm making sure to flip these so that they're facing upwards, because I want there to be actual collision. But that's also something we kind of take advantage of sometimes with invisible walls. So if we want like an invisible wall that can't be seen when it's like a secret, you can have the wall there, but if you want to be able, like if you're inside the secret tunnel or whatever and you want to be able to see through it, that's one way of doing that. Or if you just don't want to be able to see either way, so you just put a double-sided texture on there, and the same thing works. But or you just put two of them and one of the in yet neither room have collision turned on. So there's a couple different ways you can use that to your advantage as a level designer. on there. That one will be world space. These will end up having the brick texture on them. And then we don't want this one to have the collider. And we don't want this one to be visible. Alright, so let's fix this. Make that. I really just need to reset the... I mean, it's late at this point, but... I really just need to, like, reset the UVs on this, because it's just a mess for some... It's being weird for some reason. Alright, so that... Yep, let's see if we gotta zero this one out as well. Cool. Scene looks good. Neat. Awesome. And also, if you guys ever have any questions about anything that you see on my stream, and I'm sure, you know, Sean and Zukin are the same way, always feel free to ask. Whether it's about the game or, like, how something works or something like that. Oops. Cool. Alright. This is going along pretty quickly, which is awesome. Let's throw this other secondary texture on there for now. Again, just to kind of break up the repetitiveness of the texture a little bit in a cheap, easy, quick way of doing it. I have... Alright, awesome. I have space on this one. 2, 3, 4. Get myself that edge. Got the world position. Hitting the wrong texture to apply to it. Which one of these is offset? You gonna do this to me, Crow Builder? I swear. I swear half the time Unity messes with me is because it knows I prefer Unreal. It's like, oh, there's that Unreal kid again. Although, at my age, I don't really know if I can describe myself as a kid. Man-child? Maybe. Kid? Probably doesn't pass. Pass that test. Create. Duplicate. Flip the normal. And this one should be good to go. And we don't want to see it. And we don't want this one colliding. Definitely have a lot of steps over here. Once I get over, and again, I probably won't get here tonight. Or I might. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. The first place I'm definitely going to start focusing on is all of the stuff over here, which is this building, and all of the little chambers and stuff underneath are the Elementalist and Monk Guild, or our class chambers. So, pretty cool area that Simon has been working on. Little individual spots. It'll also be fun because I'm gonna have to try to figure out how I want to do these, which I have a feeling what I'm just gonna do for the spirals is you can see how the triangle kind of just runs along that. It'll probably just be duplicated, and then I'll just bridge those to make it easier. It'll be a little bit... Okay, good. He's got the other side on this. If the other side wasn't there, it'd be a little bit more annoying to do, but that should make it easier, at least for now. Alright, so we finished the garrison. I already did the marketplace off stream, did that stuff off stream, finished up that. Oh, you know what? There was one thing I keep meaning to do. I mentioned this on stream. Oh, hold it. Why do I see that? Not supposed to see that. How'd that get turned back on? I mentioned it on stream. There's a little, like, tiny little space right here that I did on stream, and I keep forgetting to fix it. I wanted to make this make a little bit more sense. Why this collision? So, like, right here, there's an obvious bump that doesn't kind of work with everything else, so. Adding this. Will make that collision visually make sense. At least. And if we make these both world, that seam didn't go away. Damn it. Okay. If they're at the same scale, that seam should go away. And it didn't. No, it didn't. What is going on? Damn it. There we go. Okay. Sorry again. Sometimes I have to do those little minor tweaks off screen just because I don't have enough real estate to actually do those on screen. I don't have any other stairs inside Conqueror's Souls, do I? Ooh, I do have these ones. Yeah, let's do these real quick. Do I have a hole here? How did that happen? Let's double check the other side. Nope, other side's fine. Yes, YouTube, I'm still listening to Robert's music. So in here, yeah, we had 2 stairs. Lovely. I already have this kind of set. So yeah, I won't get to the docks tonight for sure, because I completely forgot about these couple stairs here. Duplicate. Delete that spot. So I actually hit delete when I say I'm deleting something. Oh shoot, I deleted the whole thing. Duplicate. Delete. There we go. This one. Oops. That could cause a problem. Oh. So, come on, let me select both of them. That's good. Awesome. Alright, so this one would be collision. That one be step. And so that one. Okay. These ones we don't want to have collider on, and then this one we don't want to see. And I am going to merge these together. And then we'll just attach them to there. And again, I'm pretty sure it's been a bit since I worked on this, but I'm pretty sure I just mirrored these, or it's very, very close to being mirrored. So let's actually separate these now, and we will mirror them. And then link them back up. The reason I separate them like that is because mirroring them together tends to like make everything crazy. If you were here in the beginning of the stream, you will have seen an example of that. Position, and then we'll do the same thing did on the other side, and make sure that seams nice and snapped together. I should probably just go this one spot. There we go. Yeah, so there was a tiny, like I said, there was a tiny difference. I couldn't remember what it was. So I'm just gonna grab these, kind of move them a little bit so they go into the wall. That's another issue. Nope, I think that's it. So I just need this and that, I think. I don't think there's any other stairs, because I already did that set. So yeah, we just need these and these. This little one, because it's just like 2 steps, and it's a, it's pretty, like, elongated in terms of the depth of the step. These types I really don't worry about too much. Those. Let's another parent. nice when the world coordinates work and everything just lines and you don't have to worry about anything. So nice. Why I combined all this, I don't know. That was not necessarily my greatest choice in life, but whatever. I mean, God, who modeled it like that? Jeez. Oh, hold on. Let's delete that real quick. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now we'll duplicate it. Come on. Oh, hold on. No. Okay. Next idea. Ooh, actually, you know what? I almost forgot to do something on that collision. Nope. I was on the right model. Collision. Otherwise, gnomes are gonna, again, be falling into areas they're not supposed to. Oop. Alright, we're not going to do that. We are going to have to do it by mirroring. Nope. Ooh, that's not what that's supposed to be doing. Let's see. You think any new textures such details will go in before the test? Or are we in the polishing phase right now? So the bits of polishing that's going on for the test are more so like just gameplay navigation related. Not too concerned about getting a full texture pass in before. With that said, there might be some textures and stuff like that that go in. But we want to do some of the 2D assets that Goblin has done for the docks area. So we just need to get those broken out into sheets. It's on the list, but it's a little lower down on my list of things to do. So hopefully at least a couple new things will show up in the test, but we'll see. We shall see. Just curious, everything's looking cool. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna look a lot like once we actually get to doing like a full pass, and you know, get the textures kind of working nicely with the new like characters and stuff like that, so that they feel a little bit, you know, like in the same style. You know, they're pretty close now, but they definitely could use a little. Some of them can. The environment stuff definitely could use some work, and we just need more. That's the big thing. More, you know, trims and stuff like that. Because I could see, you know, this potentially have like it's the Concourse of Souls, so maybe there's like skulls or something, like a trim of them or something going along the lines there. Or, you know, more necromancer themed, Shadow Knight themed iconography. You know, kind of patterned across certain areas. And stuff like that. So we'll get there. But there's still so much just in terms of geo, texture and environment, like texture or environment prop pass and texture pass, will be limited for a bit. Like, so sometimes we might, you know, like, hey, let's do a pass here. Let's see how this is working, how this is feeling in this small area. You know, sometimes I'll throw like in here, I threw the ossuary thing in here as a test. Obviously, you know, there's no textures on it or anything like that right now, but so there'll be little spots like that that are getting updated as we go. Okay, so let's. Do I want to do these smaller ones? We should, but we'll focus on the big stuff first. Come on, Pro Builder. Hey, resetting actually worked that time. Hello, my beanie brother. Hey, how's it going? By the way, any thoughts on Chat GPT taking all of our jobs in programming, etc. Scary stuff. What it can do. Oh yeah. I make jokes in our Slack at the programmer's expense at times, saying that AI is coming for all of our jobs. More so because they were joking around about the AI art stuff a couple months back. So, but actually, that ossuary, the animation on it, I actually made a script, or I had Chat GPT make a script for me for it because I don't know C#. But I knew exactly what I wanted it to do functionally. I mean, if this was Unreal, I could have done it myself, but you know, in a couple seconds, it spit back a script that does exactly what I needed to do. Granted, it's like 3 or 4 lines of code, but it was less time than what it would have taken me to sit there and do it myself, or like figure it out myself. But yeah, definitely a little scary about like where AI could go in the future. In terms of like job security and like you know, what happens to everybody at that point. I feel like right now 3D artists are safe-ish for the time being, but I mean, there's even AI work, you know, that's AI for 3D modeling. It's just not quite there yet. Similar to how like the 2D art has, you know, like weird issues with fingers and stuff like that. 3D stuff definitely has issues, but you know, give it a little bit of time and I'm sure that will get more and more advanced and better and eventually, you know, that's oh, hey John, save. Whoever owns Chat GPT should name it Skynet, you know, as a joke. As a joke, sure. Everyone make nice with their future robotic overlords. Cool. All right. Whoop. We have a seam issue. Oops, that's not going to help my seam issue. That will. If it will let me deselect. There we go. Nope, it's still there. Why are you still there? But I think, like, I've seen some of the stuff I've seen with Chat, like ChatGPT being like integrated into games and stuff. I think there's definitely some cool potential. I saw a thing on 80 level a week or two ago where someone made a dialogue based like quest system. Not quest system, I guess is the wrong term for it, but you know, similar to like how you talk to stuff in EverQuest in Unreal, and you were using, it was integrated with Chat GPT, so you could sit there and like talk to the NPC, and you had to like convince it to like let you in, like out of a prison cell, and like inside of a building or something like that. So that could eventually be a pretty cool way of dealing with it. I think the biggest problem is going to be like sitting there and fine tuning it. So that it knows your game's lore and like the setting, and then can it consistently like remember like previous conversations that you've had with it, or does it give consistent information to everybody, like making sure that kind of stuff happens, so it's not like someone has an incredibly weird interaction that has nothing to do with the game. I'm sure there's definitely gonna be stuff like that as those things get like tuned. So I'm like half covering my window, so when you guys talk, I keep not seeing it right away. Someone's gonna screw around and ask it how to do something like make the world better, and it's gonna try. And that's when it becomes self-aware and launches all of the strategic nukes across the world. It starts building Terminators. Ooh, I had a scene there that I didn't know about. Awesome. I love when actually resetting the UV actually works, because it doesn't always do that. It's always like a pleasant surprise when it does. Supposed to delete. There we go. And that is my collision, and that is my mesh. I think it could be a very useful creative tool. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see it having uses. Just the little demo that I saw with that Unreal thing, like the depth you could potentially get out of like a MUD-based text interaction, if it's if it's finely tuned, it'd be pretty cool. I'd think, where you could just chat up all the NPCs. Again, the amount of fine tuning that would have to go into it would be, a lot, I would imagine. Granted, I am not by any means an AI programmer, so I, could be completely talking out my ass right now. But it's also one of those things that it feels like probably safe to say that it would be complex. I just want at least 20 more years before the singularity. Then I can say I led a full life and got to play an M&M before I was turned into gray goo. I feel like gray goo is another like step or two off from just AI like becoming self-aware. Because I feel like that isn't probably too far off. With the rate everything seems to be progressing. But again, not an AI programmer, so I could be completely off on that assumption. Actually, let's just do it this way. 3, 8, position. Also, we still got some time. We can see which way this AI thing ends up panning out. We could eventually all just, 20, 30 years from now, just clone our consciousness into a computer and live on after death. Or technically, I don't think it would be at that point you were copied, I guess. Kind of like the teleporter, idea, where in theory, if you were teleporting, you actually like die every time you teleport, and then the landing is basically just a clone. There's an AI Jesus here on Twitch. Pretty funny to watch for a bit. I have not watched. I will have to partake in that at some point. Watch some videos of AI Seinfeld that were strange as hell but funny. I think that's where the scary part is gonna come in. Is like a lot of the deepfake stuff. I mean, it's been the technology, especially for some of the voice stuff, has been around for like, 8 years, 10 years, something like that. It's just becoming so much more commonplace. The amount of stuff that people are going to start putting out with that, and then some people are not the greatest at realizing when things aren't real. And that they're looking at, AI images or AI deepfakes and stuff like that. So that'll be, I think, somewhat concerning. Used to need a lot of horsepower to do deepfakes. Now it's accessible in an app, basically. Yeah, exactly. And it's just gonna get easier and easier to do as well. with less and less processing power. So, and again, you know, there are definitely people out there that are not able to pick up on it. I mean, I constantly on like Facebook groups and stuff like that see people like posting stuff and not realizing that what they're looking at is like an AI image. You know, as like a digital artist, maybe my eyes just like trained, like I can tell pretty quickly if something's AI generated or not. But at some point though, I'm sure I'm even gonna have trouble telling. It's really crazy because I remember, like, you know, 10 years ago, if 10 years ago, if anybody said, "Oh, AI is gonna, you know, threaten to take all the programming and art jobs," I don't honestly know if I would have believed it being like at this point. Like I probably would have thought, yeah, but that's like ways away. And I would have been wrong. Sweet. This scene was nice. It did its own thing. Or did the thing correctly. Almost there, guys. Almost. So why did I just do it that way? No! That's not what I want you to do. almost finished with it, and then it got to the point where it's like, no, you know what? You've been bad-mouthing AI too much. So I'm going to do that thing when you do a marquee selection, and I'm just going to not select what you want. I'm going to add in this other area because I think that's what you want. Okay, so we got that. We just need to do the thing that worked. Do to the actual piece that it's supposed to be done to. And hope it works again. And it worked again. What do you know? Let's be careful. Those. Yes, I'm still listening. The stream's almost over. You can keep playing for a couple more minutes. Alright, so we got that. Let's attach this one to that, because this one is our collision. And add that to it. Turn off the rendering and turn off the collision. Cool. So I should be finished with the majority of them. I'll do these tomorrow, and I'm gonna test these again and see if I really want to do these small little ones or not. I might do them again. They're not gonna be that difficult to do, but I'll test and see how these feel. And then after that, I think I'm pretty much... Oh, shoot. I forgot about over here. There are some stairs. So I'll have to do these ones as well. So these steps, and then I'm done with all of my sections. And then we'll start tackling the ones over here. There's all sorts of winding stairwells and stuff like that, so that'll be fun. But I probably honestly won't do all of them for the test. I'm gonna focus mainly on like main, just because Simon has so many in here right now. I think I'm gonna focus initially on the main, like thoroughfares and stuff like that for navigation, because there are some other things that I'd like to try to get to before we get to pencils down for the test. So I'll prioritize the main ones, and then we can do the other ones on another pass later. So alright guys, let's see. So how, or did I miss anything else? For anything moving, it's easier to spot for sure. It gets harder and harder with stills. There's still ways to tell with stills, but they're getting better all the time too. There are ways. Generally, it's looking at fine details, and symmetry and stuff like that. Sometimes it's really bad with like, you know, like eyebrows will, you know, blend in with like glasses or multiple fingers, or like clothing is just like weirdly, like details and stuff on it are just kind of weirdly placed or like blend into something strangely. So there are ways, but it's definitely getting harder. So how you guys feeling about upcoming playtest? Excited? Anxious? The stress test? Yeah, no, I don't know, anxious, but you know, in a good way. It's exciting. We'll see how, you know, how the servers and stuff hold up under, you know, a much larger load. I haven't looked in a little bit. Okay, so a little bit more. So, like, right now, if everybody who hit the check mark and everybody who hit the maybe mark showed up, that would be 860 people, which is a little, like, you know, just over 10 times the amount we had in our friends and family stress test. So it's definitely a huge step up in terms of, like, how many people will be in. What I'm just wondering is, like, how well the zone will hold up with a lot of people in it. You know, how well the populations are going to hold up in the newbie yards. You know, we got newbie area here, huge newbie area, other newbie area. We've got, you know, Wormsbane. And people should be able to get into like the beginning of Wormsbane anyways, like that. But just wondering how populations and stuff like that are going to hold up. And things like that will be kind of cool. And obviously, you know, like, it could, you know, the server could melt down and it's just constantly crashing, and, you know, that is a possibility, but we shall see. Like I said, for anybody who was not in our friends and family stress test, we had, I think the max at one point was 85 people. And we definitely did feel lag. And hopefully some of that has gotten cleaned up. But we didn't crash, which was good. So, you know, stepping that up, you know, if we get like half of the people that are on here and you have like 400, that's still a huge bump up, but it would be great just to see how well everything holds up. But hopefully everybody has, you know, hopefully it holds up enough that we get good data for the tech guys to, you know, be able to improve stuff further, and excuse me, and it's stable enough that people can get a couple hours of, you know, hands-on with the game, see what it's about, see that, you know, there is a game here, and have some fun, and, you know, that's what I'm hoping to get out of it, at least. What all type of bug reports would make it your way to fix for the test? Just people getting hung up in the geometry and things like that. I'm talking about, like, it from the playtest itself. I mean, I've gotten a bunch of just, you know, like, so far from friends and family, like, you know, there's seams over here and stuff like that. And for the most part, that wasn't what, and I've mentioned this in the friends and family stuff before. Like, that's not what we're really looking at yet, just because the city is still developing so much. Like that, I'm worried more about when we do, like, you know, start going through and finalizing everything, before we start exporting everything out and go through and make sure there's no seams, and then export it out and make sure when we bring stuff back in that there's no seams. So that's kind of what, you know, I'm not necessarily looking for. What I was watching and stuff during Friends and Family was, like, how people were moving around in Wormsbane and, like, camping and stuff. I do a lot of just, like, flying. Like, if I'm in Wormsbane, I do a lot of flying around behind walls so players can't see me. But I can see them. Because, again, you know, if you're inside Geo, because the back face, you can see through, so I can float around and watch how camps and stuff are being pulled, and if, like, the Geo and stuff is broken or being exploited and stuff like that. Paytas is watching you. I have been known to scare people in in Wormsbane, by popping through the walls a giant skeleton. I've done that once or twice. But yeah, no, I think you learn better. I mean, it's fun to play with people too, but I learn by watching. Because I feel like I can be an influence. Like if I'm playing along with people, yes, it's fun. But I feel like I can potentially be an influence on what's going on. So it's like, yeah, I'm getting some feedback and some data, like watching the group and being in the group, but I also like to like remove myself from the equation and then kind of observe from there as well. But other than that, let me see. You probably aren't as anxious as Ali. Yeah, I imagine Ali is probably the most anxious out of all of us. I'm obviously that's just a guess considering he's the one doing all the network libraries and stuff like that. Cryptic Hound, thank you for the follow, and that is a name I'm guarantee I did not just butcher. Yeah. But other than that, guys, that's gonna be the end of my stream tonight. Thank you everybody for hanging out with me. If you are new to the project, we are making an indie MMORPG called Monsters and Memories. It is very classic, first generation MMO inspired. So think your EverQuests, your Ultimas Online, Asteron's Call, Dark Age of Camelot, RuneScape, like that era of MMOs, late 90s, early 2000s. The link I put in chat is our website. Feel free to hop on there and take a look around. There's also the information. We just put out a new monthly update for all the stuff we did over March, which also has information about our stress test that's coming up at the end of the month on the 28th and 29th. Times are still being figured out. If you are interested, make sure to join our Discord. That's where we'll be notifying anybody or everybody of what's going on. Got here just in time. Yep, got here just as I'm closing up. John's really good at doing that too. Although John's gotten better at not doing that lately. But other than that, all the developers are in the Discord, so if you ever have any questions about anything, feel free to, ping any of us or just ask in general. There's a lot of knowledgeable people in our community at this point. We're closing in on 2,500. Got a huge influx of people coming in since we mentioned the stress test. So, yeah, if you ever have any questions like that, feel free to ask. We're all pretty open about everything minus like lore details and stuff like that. This is our mailing list. If you'd like to get stay up to date and get our updates, that's where you'd want to go for that. These are the other members of the team that stream. If you haven't already, throw them all a follow. This is our YouTube. If you'd like to get caught up on any of our past VODs, YouTube's a great place to do that. We post all of the VODs afterwards. If you are on YouTube, please remember to like and subscribe, comment below, click the bell, all that fun stuff. The more engagement we get with those metrics, the more likely the YouTube algorithm is to suggest M&M content to other people that are interested in classic MMOs and EverQuest and Ultima Online and games like that. So it takes a couple seconds. It really helps the project and helps us out, so we really appreciate that. If you are watching on YouTube and you'd like to participate in my live chats, there should be a link down below to my Twitch channel, Paytas the Ranger. If you click the link and then follow the channel, you'll get a notification whenever I go live. My normal stream times are 8 p.m. on Monday, and that's Eastern Standard Time, and then Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But other than that, guys, thanks everyone for hanging out. Hope you guys have a good night. Special thanks to all of my subscribers. You guys rock. Your support's always appreciated. Other than that, guys, that's it for me tonight. I will catch you all on Wednesday. Later.